With over 20 years working in Africa relief and development, Rosemary, a teacher by profession, noticed that while food was being given and makeshift shelters provided, perhaps the most fundamental need was forgotten: education.
We were doing intervention in many areas other than children's education.
South Sudan has the world's highest proportion of out-of-school children in the world, with 72% of primary-aged children out of school and more than 70% of the adult population illiterate.
My heart is so for children because I believe every child in the world must have access to an education, and not just any education, but quality education.
Rosemary quickly went to work, launching her first project in 2012 in Biong, South Sudan. Unfortunately, on 15th December 2013, before the first learners set foot in the school, gunfire erupted across the capital of the world's youngest nation, sending it into a dark and bloody abyss.
Our compound, our school, our property was taken over by the army of South Sudan.
Nearly 400,000 people were killed and millions displaced. With no time to mourn or bury their loved ones, one by one they scattered for refuge.
But we did not give up as an organization. We carried our vision of having an education for the children of South Sudan to Adjumani, northern Uganda.
Peace International gets to do it all over again.
At the end of the first year, we realized they needed to go to another class, which we did not have. Sadly, we had to send them to other schools, where they were not going to learn what we had in our plan, to lead them to have a personal relationship with Christ.
If you do bad, no more kingdom.
Made it our burden to raise more money that we would build more classrooms, at least 2 classrooms every year, to enable us to retain these children.
What we are looking at most is the quality of education that we give to these children. We want to ensure that these children receive the best package of education that they deserve, that will sustain them in future.
Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
I'm happy with our lovely teachers because they teach us very well. I know how to read and write.
Right now, as I speak, we have 850 children being enrolled in both nursery and primary section.
Lunchtime, perhaps the happiest time of the day for some of these children. This might be the only meal they get to have in 24 hours. Peace International has a unique tripartite approach, not only providing quality holistic education to the children, but also equipping leaders and empowering women. The Civil War left many psychological and physical scars on the people of the settlement. The Trauma Healing and Peacebuilding Training Program sought to address this.
There's nobody who is immune from trauma. Everybody, literally, is traumatized.
It began with leaders from 2 warring tribes, a very risky and volatile venture. But Rosemary believed in order for peace to reign, healing had to begin.
In South Sudan, the major cause of trauma is war. Children seeing dead bodies. That is the worst thing human being can be exposed to.
I was then 10 years old. Someone came and hit my mom. So I saw mom down. The blood was flowing from her nose. I wanted to take a revenge, but I could not find that person who murdered my mom.
John became more wild and belligerent, not only with his teachers, but with his caretakers as well.
No teacher could understand this young boy. John was fighting everybody.
Bishop Tito sought ways of getting through to him, but it would take time.
It took me almost 6 months because he didn't trust me.
I decided to maybe one day buy a poison, escape all this so that I don't hear, don't see them anymore.
Before he could end it all, he was invited for a trauma healing session, and John's life was transformed.
I realized that all along I had been traumatized.
I told John, friends, God loves you. In all these circumstances, He still loves you.
So it was only God who refused to let me go. My head is not bulky anymore as usual. I'm light, I'm happy.
He's a transformed boy. We deal with ourselves first before we move to help others. You know, help people, help others. That's what we believe.
This teaching was not pick only one tribe. It mixed up all. And we come to learn that we are one in Christ.
Owing to the training they received, the way they teach and preach changed.
Because we are also preaching the judgment throughout. Why we are suffering, we the South Sudanese, maybe God are not happy with us. But when we understand it in a trauma teaching, yeah, God is still with us.
The training did not only help church leaders, but teachers as well.
I thank this organization for having brought in the idea of trauma healing to the teachers. It helped us a lot to overcome.
So it has helped us in our marriages. It has helped us to handle these children that we are entrusted with. It has helped me as a leader also to deal with the teachers.
The program has been a success, with over 100 leaders trained and many more willing to take part. The Office of the Prime Minister has commended the great work done through this training.
One of the first group that we ever had to learn how to do tailoring. And she graduated in November 2021.
Mary Acho is now gainfully employed, able to take care of her family of 7 children, with 2 in high school.
She's bought her own machine with support from Peace International, and she's the one who makes uniform.
And Peace and Rose,